I'm at the salt mines in beautiful Kauai, Hawaii. This is the active part still. It's on a pretty big lake. So you got the airport right there. You got the ocean right there. And then this is all the salt mines. And you see the areas that are like blocked off. There's little salt pools in there. Hey, there's some salt right there. That's what I'm gonna have to taste if they don't let me taste the other stuff. But yeah, Uncle Teddy, he said I should come over here and check this out. Looks really cool. And I've tasted salt from all over the world now. So it'll be really awesome to try this out and see what it tastes like. Okay, I've crossed over. While you're working, can you tell me a little bit about the process? Can I get closer to you? Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll pay attention to what I'm doing, but I just want
to. And so they scrape all the mud out, and then they'll put clay in.
So that's why this kind of looks like clay, because it's kind of hard, maybe?
Yeah. So it has to be the clay and got to be hard in order to put the water, because the clay is what's going to help you, because when the sun hits the clay, it heats up,
Oh, okay.
So this has to dry, so it's about another day or two. After this process is done, because it can take almost a week to get everything, to make sure that
depends on maybe how much rain comes and all that. Yeah.
And then these are the wells, but it needs to be cleaned up.
Oh, so how deep is this then? Does it actually go to the ocean?
The ocean comes in. So underneath tubes, there's tubes that underneath, and the water fills up.
Nice.
And then they take the water from here. Some people will actually throw tilapias in to know when the water is ready, because then the tilapia will die. The freshwater tilapia.
Because
too much salt.
There you go. Okay, so when if it's mostly fresh water, because it's basically being filtered kind of from the ocean underground to here. Oh, okay, awesome.
And then you're gonna transfer this water into the white cool.
Yeah.
The holding.
So this is like a holding tank, is what you're saying?
So you see the salt inside?
Yeah, there's a little bit in there. Yeah.
It's to make the water salty.
Yeah, okay.
To help the water get salty. And then we'll transfer it into the bed.
Huh.
And then
how does this get saltier? Just because the fresh water evaporates?
Yeah, because all your salt water is coming in, so it's being more salty. Yeah. But we're throwing the salt in, it's called feeding it, to make it even saltier, so that when we transfer it.
Oh, you mean like you get a little bit of salt from over here or something and you put it in here? Okay. Nice.
The concentration.
Concentration, yeah.
And then you have your white salt like this.
So
when it's almost ready.
Oh yeah, it's like really flaky.
So our salt from the regular store salt is flaky.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
And that's more white.
Okay.
So this one is okay for me to scrape it, and we can harvest it.
Okay. What's the point of scraping it? Just to get the flakes off, basically? Is that what you're saying?
So scraping it to bring all the salt in.
Do you know why it forms the flakes the way it does? That's really cool. It's like corn flakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why a lot of people like the salt.
Yeah, wow.
Because when you put it on your steak, it works as a meat tenderizer.
Nice.
And it's sweet because there's briny shrimp inside.
Oh, really?
In the wells, the shrimp come up. So when we're putting water in here, there's no way of telling how much shrimp we're scooping in.
Yeah, wow, okay.
The shrimp will die.
Yeah. So you see this bed?
Yeah.
The big flakes. The flakes form on the top of the water. Get heavy enough.
Then he go down.
I can see them like on the edge here, and also over there where the water's not as thick. You can see a huge one there. That's like 2 quarters of size or something.
So you'll see Hawaiian salt in the store. Not Hawaiian salt.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Not Hawaiian salt because
process.
Yeah.
The salt made here is not in a factory, so it cannot be sold.
Yeah.
Some guys, they sell.
Yeah.
And they'll mix and all that. Some people you just give, and families just use it for everyday cooking.
Yeah.
Because it's better than the regular salt. Because it's sweeter.
Yeah. So if you scrape all this and you pull all this out, do you put it in like a bucket temporarily?
Yeah. So it'll go in a basket, so I can let it.
Oh, you like a basket there to strain out more of the water, basically.
Out the water.
Okay.
And then this one will be able to just go from here to the basket.
Yeah.
Now that one, you can see that one that's kind of dirty.
Oh, it's like more brown.
The water, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna end up washing it. Have you ever heard of salt washing?
No, but I can imagine it's like, so because this, I don't know what this is, but this red clay is like got probably a lot of minerals or something in it, right? Or I don't know if it's like dirt. I don't know what to call it, but so there's a little bit of that in there. So if you pull that salt out and then you maybe like put it in some cleaner water or salt water, it like gets rid of it.
Take it from the white water, put it in my white bucket, and then I'll be washing it, washing out, and then the water will get cloudy because the dirt comes down.
Sure.
And then I'll just transfer it back into the basket.
Nice.
Dry it, that drain out, and then when we're done, we'll take it home and put it in the dry box and let it dry for a couple of days. So a lot of turning, and as long as the sun is good, and the salt it'll dry faster.
Nice. Yeah, because you can see like what's he doing right there? Why is he pouring the water?
Filling.
Oh, so he's filling up the tank with more water, but he's doing it through that so he doesn't disrupt the salt or something?
Yeah, it doesn't disrupt the dirt.
Oh, the dirt.
The clay and the dirt, and sometimes the dirt will shake up like a little bit over there. That I have to go and wash.
Yeah, because I can see this one does look like it has a little bit of the red in it. That one's pretty clean, but this one's like.
I just cleaned out earlier this week.
I
just kind of just re-scraped it on and started over and let the salt come back up. So the reason for the salt being on the side is when it rains and the water
splatters.
It'll make the salt go back in, and the water will be saltier again.
That's cool. Yeah. Because this is like totally clear water here. So obviously you get it to this process and then you can make really beautiful salt. Yeah. That's awesome. Where does this clay, the harder stuff that you put in there, what is that, a mixture of the dirt and stuff here?
It comes from in the back there.
Okay, so you guys get it from out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the clay comes in. So you'll be digging and you have to make sure that the clay is smooth. And not sandy and greedy. And that's the one you don't want. You want the smooth one so that when you put it in here, you don't have to worry about having sand in the salt.
Yeah, okay.
And you don't want that to happen.
So basically you have to maybe take off like a top layer, a couple inches or something, and then you get down to the more clay-y type stuff that's like darker.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is some of the clay. You could see the color's darker,
Make sure, because this is the color.
Yeah.
It'll be very stinky.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's stinky because like
because the water that's been settling in.
Yeah.
And all that.
But it's like nutrients, kind of.
This film here is more or less because of the planes.
Yeah, the planes, sure.
Coming over, so the few just come over, and it's not supposed to be. Yeah. That's gonna cause an uproar with all the salt farmers, because they're gonna be after the company. 8 guys coming in too close. Yeah,
because basically you have the airplane fuel, so you have the exhaust from all the little planes, maybe helicopters or whatever.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I could see that this is super thick of salt. Wow.
So they need to come down and you can see.
Oh, look at this one. You can see way down there. It's totally clear.
Yeah, okay. So you see all that shrimp swimming around.
Oh, I do. Yeah, little ones.
Those are all shrimps that when you're scooping and you're putting water in, the shrimp gets caught in the bucket.
Yeah, wow.
Or in the pumps, and it ends up in the beds. So when they end up dying, that's why some of the salt, it turns pink. Because in the sun, they're cooking it.
So the pink salt is from the shrimp.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Hawaiian salts.
Yeah.
The pinker salt is all because of the shrimp.
Wow.
And then we have Alaea salt. The Alaea salt is iodized salt. What it is actually dirt that comes from way in the mountain.
Yeah.
A lot of the old timers, you have to go way in where there's no pesticides and it's never been touched.
Yeah.
You dig so many feet down, and then you'll have this red, really red rocks that come out, and they use that for mixing with the salt. So they'll take a little bit and then rub it together.
Yeah.
So that they would have the Alaea salt. They use that for cooking. They use that for medicine.
I see a little bit of fresh water coming in ocean water. Can you see this? It's like you can see the water actually coming out. Yeah. That's cool. Wow.
It's just coming from the underneath vents, but.
So basically, the reason why you guys kind of have the specific area where you're using it right now is because it's somewhat kind of protected so that it doesn't mess with the water table, basically. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
It started out with 21 families.
Yeah.
But there's 13 families that come.
Yeah.
And so it's up to each family if they want to have people come.
Yeah, makes sense.
On them and all that. That's fine. A lot of people get in. It's none of your business if it's their side. So this is my side.
Yeah.
Over this way.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather.
Yeah.
Was given the beds all where he's at.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law was taking care of it.
So
all my children.
like basically all of this kind of to here.
You see that line?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Where he's walking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
All the way to that.
Yeah.
Back beds right over.
Nice.
It's ours. My brother-in-law just kept digging and making more beds.
Nice.
And as the kids got bigger, we got some of the kids involved in.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Coach canoe.
Uh-huh.
So he would bring all the kids in to come and start the beds. And
yeah, that's awesome.
I asked because one of my friends wanted to see how salt is made.
Yeah.
And she came from Molokai. So we were showing her, and I was trying to leave, and my daughter said, "Where do you think you're going, Mom?" So I got stuck. So me and him just come, and when you come down here to make the salt, it's really peaceful.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful too.
It's peaceful that you can do it.
Yeah.
And everything just lets go.
Yeah.
But one of the old stories is if you're a female and you have your monthly cycle, you're not allowed in the beds.
Yeah, sure.
You have to stay away from there until you're finished, and then you can come back in.
Yeah. That's like I mean, I don't know how it is in like the Hawaiian culture with that, but like it's like in Hebrew or whatever, it's like the unclean days or whatever, they like, I don't know. Yeah. They go rest or whatever during that. It's a similar thing or something.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. So I think Hawaiians would say if you come in and you have your they tell you pilau, meaning dirty.
Yeah.
You'll make the salt dirty. So
it's gonna be red salt.
Yeah. Right.
I wasn't sure if that would be too gross, but yeah, red salt, man. Could you imagine that? You just like, here's this red salt.
Even if you're pregnant, you're not allowed in because too much salt. When you're doing it,
maybe it's bad for you.
Yeah, it can be bad for you.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Because you're working in the beds and the salt, you're absorbing all the salt to your feet. Majority of the people who live here, their family was from Hanapipi. And if you was from Hanapipi and you started in, then this became yours.
Makes sense.
So a lot of the people would come and they say, "Hey, you're from Hanapipi."
So was this ever commercial?
No.
No, so this has always been private. People just been, and you said something about some people sell the salt. Is that from here or no?
Some people from here will sell the salt.
So they make like small custom like salt.
Bags.
So why does this why is it whiter right there?
It's just probably because it's drying up now.
Oh, so the water from underneath maybe is evaporating up. So like a family share basically of getting the salt and everything else. Because there's no way, I mean, if you actually process one of these whole things, that probably lasts forever, kind of, for like a family.
So it'll be like buckets full. We'll leave here with buckets full.
Yeah, that's
and cool. We'll just be, so like if you have do you have a Ziploc bag with you?
Yeah.
Go get it and I'll give you some salt.
Okay.
White salt.
So this is because of the rain, right? It's like, it's breaking that down. Yeah, okay.
Just find us.
Yeah.
So when we're doing it, we try to scrape it away, and that's why you want the clay over it.
That makes sense, yeah, to protect it more.
So that you wouldn't have the dirt going in there, because then you would have to do what I will have to do is go and wash the salt.
Yeah, I can see like the clay on that one definitely goes rounds over the top, but the environment and the rain and everything must kind of eventually wash that away.
Yeah. It does. It does.
Because I can tell on that one where the walls are really high, it does look like there's clay because of how it's like,
that
formed.
one is the Waiku. This family here is, he had to redo it, so he went over and he did that one because this one was leaking, he said. It's interesting. Every family has a different story.
If you own, like if you have rights, let's say, to this, then you have to actually transfer them through like a will or something, or you mean just like word of mouth, like I say this is what goes?
Word of mouth is always good, but back and white is better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So my mom.
Then there's no fighting or whatever because like I heard it a different way or whatever.
Yeah, no. A lot of the farmers they have paper with the names on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then if somebody changes, they have to see somebody to let them know what this person's name, or they would write it and then give it to whoever so that they can go.
So basically there's like maybe a map of this whole area, and then the names are written on it or whatever, and multiple farmers have it to just make sure.
The family that owns these beds in the middle,
Yeah.
breeders, the daughter would have the she should have other papers.
Yeah, nice.
To show the whole thing. My mom has a portion, but of where my grandfather's section is.
Yeah.
Because we had only 3 beds here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Years
Okay.
ago.
And you've expanded.
And then my brother-in-law just expanded.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense though, because then it's like the best way to kind of prevent maybe fighting or whatever, because there's so much changes that happen. If it's not recorded somehow, then people just come in here and do what they want and then go, hey, this is mine, you know. It's kind of a balance, you know, between keeping the beauty and the land. How come it doesn't really smell like salt? Just because it's too windy maybe, or do you ever smell salt, like the evaporation of it?
No.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
No.
Yeah.
I just smell mud most of the time.
Yeah.
When we come in here and we're start doing our thing.
I guess that's what all I can smell too. It's kind of like a sandy / muddy. I mean, it smells good, but yeah, I kind of thought maybe it would smell like sandy or salty.
The salt won't have a smell, won't have the odor.
Yeah.
Whereas the bed and the person who making the bed will end up smelling all of it. But once the salt kicks in the sun, you know, not even in the salt will smell. And that's one of the reasons why, because it's not factory.
Yeah.
This is all processed by hand and all that, made differently.
You could see how the salt's evaporated just even on the land.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's how salty. So when it's raining season, and then all in here will flood, and then as the sun comes out and it's stirring up, you see all the salt.
Oh wow.
Coming
so
out.
you have to rebuild a little bit, like if the rain, like what's the rainy season mean? Like it's raining for months?
So we only supposed to usually make salt from March through September.
Okay, March through September.
Some guys will just stay here all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll just have to, whatever bed is, something is wrong with it, he'll just
fix it up,
do it all over again, reclay it, and redo everything, and then fill it up again.
Yeah. Huh. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that it's funny. Every time I start talking with people, like an hour goes by. It seems like really fast.
Yeah, no worries. The hard work is done.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't tell me when we beat in the beginning, you're not gonna get nothing.
Nice.
But yeah, the hard work is over. Now it's just feeding and harvesting.
Well, if you have your Ziploc bag.
Okay, yeah, I'll go get one. It's really cool because you can see the larger flakes and the tiny little ones. Beyond the airplanes and some of like maybe the air pollution from vehicles and whatever else, this is not that much different than it was 1,000 years ago or whatever. So, and people are still alive. Well, for sure, yeah, because that other stuff added to the pollution. So, you know, whatever. But if they survived back then, you're gonna survive today. Yeah. That's a good thing about having a big family, but also being family oriented. I think that's really important because it's lost in a lot of places of the world. And it does not make the world a better place when everybody's disconnected and everybody basically hates each other and they don't want nothing to do. It's way better to have a huge family with tons of people and everybody's like, hey, and whatever. So all these different salt beds are owned by different families. This is that line right there is like, what, you see that little bit of a mound?
Oh,
that's what separates, like the different salt beds. And do you see this one here where it's bubbling? Yeah. That's because it's more evaporation or whatever, but it's super thick right there. That's why that's dry and that's wet. It's really cool. And then look at this right here. So this one's really clear. You can see down to the bottom of it, you know, so it's like 6 feet maybe. Yeah. Somewhere I saw there's water coming out. Like, look right here. Do you see this? That's fresh water, or that's ocean water filtering in. And then if you look in there, it looks like there's all these little tiny things growing in there. That's shrimp. See all those little tiny things? It looks like really nasty water, but it's just shrimp. It's amazing. Yeah.
When you go back to your room and stuff like that, you're gonna want to put this on a towel.
Sure.
Or a sheet.
You mean like pour it out? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Pour it out and let it dry.
Okay.
Your hand is cleaner.
Yes, sure. Just scoop it in?
Yeah, scoop it right in.
Like actual scoop?
Yeah, scoop.
Okay.
Just like that.
Is that
all the way until you fill up.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot of salt, but thank you.
And
I guess I'm gonna have salt forever.
Yeah, you're gonna dry it, let it air dry. So you see how this, the dirt like that?
Yeah.
So when it dries, you just pick it out.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it. I've been eating salt off the ground all around the world.
Yeah, so dirty one.
Yeah. It actually kind of just looks a little bit pink.
Yeah. So
Can I take a little piece
Yeah.
here? Is that okay?
So what you'll see here is when I dunk it in,
Mhm.
the water will turn. The red dirt will come. See?
Oh yeah. Wow. So basically, that's when you're rinsing it off. You're just cleaning it up.
Clean it up, and then you got the rubbish.
Yeah. Wow, that's really interesting.
So a lot of people say, "Oh, but the brown in the salt, it means the salt is dirty." You can just smash it up like this,
Yeah.
so it'll all come into one.
It probably is. I mean, I'm sure it tastes.
It'll be the same process.
Mhm.
So the same as even drying it after we finish it. We'll just so you can see now it's cleaner,
Oh yeah,
a
for
little
sure.
more cleaner than that
Yeah.
one. Mhm.
If it was me, I would just eat it the same way. But
You belong with my daughters.
I've been eating dirty stuff all over the world, so it's whatever.
Oh, we're guys, so.
Yeah, that's true too.
Well-
Everybody's like tries to be so clean. It's like dirt, like
Yeah.
even the processed stuff is got something in it, you know. Salt basically kills everything. So I mean, there's not you shouldn't have to worry about bacteria and like I mean, because it's dead.
University of
this.
Hawaii has been here studying.
Yeah. Do you see it? Like this is what's really cool. There's it actually looks like salt. I don't know how
Oh,
good you can
the
see that.
crystals?
Yeah, like look when it's stacked. Oh, that's even cooler. Right in the sunlight.
Right.
Yeah, you can literally see the tiny little salt crystals formed. That's awesome.
Because of the difference in the taste and all. That's a lot of salt you just put in your mouth.
I know. It's crunchy.
And where's this marked in
Woo!
salt? And you pour it in, they're all granules, and ours is all flakes.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's definitely salt. It's probably the best taste. Wow. It's probably the best tasting salt that I've had because it's like pure. It's really good.
Oh yeah, on steak. I bet that
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Hmm. And now I've had a salt snowflake. I've had some with bird poop in it because it's the only salt I could find. I'm alive still.
Yeah. Like him.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And the chickens probably don't even come over here and bother anything, or do they?
Sometimes, but Madonna no, because
Yeah.
they chase the chickens out.
That does make a lot of sense because that bucket he was using is like 2 gallons or whatever. That's a lot of work. A lot of walking.
250-gallon buckets.
Oh,
Fill up this.
yeah. Jeez.
I counted while I was filling one day.
So that film, like that film that's sticking
Yeah,
out right there,
that's the salt.
what's this? Is this part of the clay? Like this right here?
That is the salt.
So and it's
The
building.
salt in the dirt.
Ah.
Because it's so much salt
Yeah.
in, so it formed. If you feel
Yeah, it's crystallized.
hard.
It's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Oh
so
wow,
that's
it is
the
hard.
salt.
It's rock hard. Wow, that's amazing. Huh. That's like rock salt. That's what that.
Yeah, and then it'll just hold it in its place.
Wow.
Everybody go, oh, it's so dirty. No, the water is clean. That's just salt inside.